Okay, folks. Suffering a bit of a heat wave in this studio, actually. It's getting hot, isn't it?
What's the matter with you?
Well, the temperature's going up. Why is the temperature going up?
Because the temperature gauge is stuck on 33. It's a bit like being in somewhere like Doha for the weekend.
Okay. Well,
Can you imagine playing football in this heat?
No, I can't imagine playing football. But anyway, the heat is going to be...
Nobody cares that it's that hot anyway.
The heat is going to be in the Premier League this weekend. I am Mike Porky Parry. You are...
I'm Mike Graham.
And we are...
We are the two Mikes.
And we are with...
We're with BetSafe.
And what do you have to be with BetSafe?
You have to be in it to win it with BetSafe.
In it to win it with BetSafe. Right, now then, the early game on Saturday, of course, my own very Everton, Watford, okay? Everton haven't got to win in 8 games. What's going to happen?
Everton are not playing very well at the moment, are they? They got a jammy draw against Man United last weekend, which they didn't really deserve. Ronald Koeman, who's meant to be the great saviour, who's meant to be shoring up the defence, he's not doing a terribly good job. Watford have conceded, however, an awful lot of goals. 24 goals.
That's what I'm looking for.
And I would say, if you're a Watford fan, you'd be going for a draw here, 12-5. Let's say
12-5 for the draw. I think Everton will do it because I think they'll break out now and try to do something. So I'm going to go for Everton at 4-3. And
they're favourites then.
Well, yes, absolutely. And Everton by 2 goals, a bit longer, 6-7-1.
Something like that.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. Right.
I can't see Everton scoring many goals. I'm going to call a draw on that one. But there's some much more exciting stuff coming up a bit later on in the afternoon. Leicester against Manchester City, which is a late kick-off.
Well, you see, Leicester now are just hovering 2 points above the relegation zone. They're 2 places, I should say. They're 15th, and when you get to 17th, you could be facing the drop in the trap door.
Ranieri's been concentrating on the Champions League, where they just lost 5-0.
He has, yeah, I know. Well, he put out a change team, didn't he?
Well, I know he did, but still. It doesn't make his theory look very good.
And he said it was all his fault. But anyway, look, I think Leicester on this one, they're about, what would you say, 4-1?
Yeah, something
Nowhere
like that.
near favourites to win this one, because although they're the champions of the Premier League, Manchester City are a better team.
And Manchester City are evens because also they're coming off a sort of pretty mediocre result against Celtic in midweek.
So it was mediocre.
They've got to do something to prove that they are Pep Guardiola's guys. You know, because Guardiola isn't pulling up any trees either at the moment.
Who did City play midweek?
Who did they play? Celtic.
I'm telling ye, my boys were magnificent.
Right, he said he turned down a job in China to take the Celtic job.
Did he really? Yeah, slow boat to China. Right, now then, we get on to Sunday, and of course the showbiz game there for me is Man United versus Spurs.
Manchester United versus Spurs. Jose Mourinho still not quite making it click, but they're starting to play a bit better, aren't they? But a draw again there is 12-5. United favourites 23-20.
Yes.
So you might want to look for some goal scoring action there on the BetSafe website, I would say.
Both teams are very complicated in their form.
Yes.
They can't understand themselves.
No.
For instance, United
I can't understand you.
You are.
I can't understand
United have drawn 6 this season. They only drew 9 in the whole of last season.
Right.
Spurs only defeated once this season, but haven't won in 5.
I know.
I mean, that is, complicated.
It is complicated.
Kind of form.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals in this one.
Don't think there's going to be a lot of goals, okay?
No.
What do we think about Arsenal and Stoke?
Arsenal-Stoke. Well, Arsenal, of course, been in the news because, Arsene Wenger says he doesn't care if his players leave and they don't get any money for them.
Yes.
And so Mr. Sanchez has been particularly in the news, but he's playing very, very well.
Yeah.
Stoke, always a difficult team, but I think Arsenal probably going to do this, but they're big favourites.
Oh, big favourites. 1-3.
1-3.
1-3.
So again, I think you've got to go to the BetSafe website before the game and check on, Sanchez first goal, something like that.
Yes.
See what odds they'll give you for that.
Sanchez 11 goals this season. We told our viewers that.
Well, he got 3 last week, didn't he?
He got 3 last week. They're scoring a hatful of goals. But big favourites, Arsenal. I think you'd have to get up to 7 or 8-1 to get Stoke winning there at the Etihad.
Yes.
Of course, that brings us to Chelsea and West Brom, doesn't it?
Chelsea, top of the table, playing brilliantly. You'd have to say that the Big Mo is with Chelsea.
Brilliantly.
Big Mo is with them. But West Brom have been doing pretty well. I mean, Tony Pulis, ever since he had that little difficulty in the court, seems to have managed to turn that into some big wins for West Brom.
He does indeed. They're up to 6th in the table, which is very, very good. Nevertheless, of course, Chelsea big favourites to win this one. It's at their own ground. Even on the draw, you wouldn't get more than about 6-1.
No.
And West Brom to win 14 or 15-1.
Exactly right. Now, we've got a couple of trebles going, and you can have a great treble at BetSafe.
Yes.
I've picked Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea all to win.
And what price have you got on that?
The price for that is only 3-1.
Well, exactly. It's so blinking obvious.
You've got to say.
So blinking obvious.
Well, you may say it's blinking obvious, but I mean, you haven't won one of your trebles yet. So tell us what yours is.
No, I have. I won the treble 2 weeks ago.
Did you?
I did. Yeah. Please don't misinform the audience. I've gone for Hull, Sunderland, and Tottenham. What are you laughing at?
You're not going to get any of them.
Hull, Sunderland, and Tottenham. Right. I've put my head above the parapet again, as I always do, and I've got 44-1. How about that?
Yeah, 44-1, not bad at all.
Yeah,
so lots of great action. Check the BetSafe website just before the games, of course, because you'll get first-time goal scorers, you'll get all the latest odds. You've got to be in it to win it with BetSafe.
Not only have you got to be in it to win it. Water, water, water.